All right, let's talk about the IPL 2026 mini auction. It's almost here, and trust me, this is way more than just another day of teams waving their paddles around. We're talking about a high-stakes showdown that could seriously shake up the entire league. So why is everyone calling this one a game changer? Well, let's get right into it. Get a load of this number, 237.55 crore rupees. That's the total amount of cash that 10 franchises have to spend. I mean, with that kind of money floating around, you just know we're in for some huge decisions and some absolutely wild bidding wars. So let's kick things off with Section 1, the Abu Dhabi Showdown. We've got to set the scene, right? Let's talk about where all this drama is going to unfold. Okay, so picture this. It's December 16th. We're at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. But here's the crazy part, the real math of the day. You've got 359 players who've made the shortlist, but only 77 spots available. Yeah, 77. The competition to get one of those slots, it's going to be absolutely brutal, right from the very first name that's called. Now, moving into Section 2, this isn't just about picking the best players, It's a full-on financial battlefield. A team's whole strategy, everything they do, comes down to how much money they have in the bank. And this year, wow, the difference between the haves and the have-nots is just massive. Okay, just look at this breakdown. It lays out the whole financial picture for every single team, and it's pretty wild. On one side, you've got Kolkata Knight Riders, KKR, sitting on a mountain of cash, a staggering 64.30 crore with 13 slots to fill. Then you look all the way to the other end, and there's Mumbai Indians with just 2.75 crore. This table right here tells you the whole story of strategy, doesn't it? It shows who can go on a shopping spree and who has to be incredibly, incredibly careful with every penny. And this chart really drives the point home. You can see it so clearly. KKR's purse is just towering over everyone else. This gives them so much power. They can not only buy whoever they want, but they can mess with other teams by driving up the prices for players they don't even need. And then there's MI. They have to be like surgeons, surgical shoppers, making every single lakh count. This huge financial gap is what's really going to fuel the drama of the auction, for sure. All right, so we've talked about all this money sloshing around, but the real question is, who is it all for? Who are the players that are going to have every team fighting over them? Let's shift gears from the bank accounts to the talent itself. Time for Section 3, players in the spotlight.
First on the list, Cameron Green. You know him. The Aussie all-rounder who can do it all, bat and bowl. He is absolutely expected to start a massive bidding war. And get this, he's played a really clever game. By listing himself just as a batter, he makes sure his name gets called out early in the auction. Why? Because that's when all the teams have the most money to spend. Smart, right?
Next up, Venkatesh Iyer. And his value is just through the roof. Think about it. He's one of only 2 Indian players in that top 2 crore price bracket. His aggressive batting combined with that useful medium-pace bowling, man, that makes him a top target for basically every single team out there who's looking for that Indian player who can single-handedly change a game. Okay, now listen up, because this is a big one. Ravi Bishnoi. A top-quality Indian wrist spinner is like finding a diamond in the rough in the IPL. They're so, so rare. And that's exactly what makes Bishnoi such a hot commodity. Any team that needs that little bit of magic, that X factor in their bowling, is going to be going all out to get him. Expect a serious bidding war for his skills. And last, but definitely not least, the explosive finisher himself, Liam Livingstone. Here's the thing. There really aren't many other big-name overseas all-rounders up for grabs this time around. So what does that do? It makes his value just skyrocket. If a team needs someone to come in and just smash the ball out of the park at the end of an innings, Livingstone is pretty much a V guy to get. Okay, so we've got the money, we've got the star players, but that's only half the story. You have to know the rules of the game, right? And this auction is being run with a new rulebook, with some really big changes that are going to affect every single move. Let's get into it with Section 4. First things first, let's get something straight. This is a mini auction, so it's not like a mega auction where teams are starting from scratch, building a whole new squad. No, here teams have kept their core group of players, and they're basically just going shopping to fill in the missing pieces. It's more about fine-tuning than a complete overhaul. So let's break down the key rules. Your squad size has to be between 18 and 25 players, with a max of 8 from overseas. The total team salary cap is 120 crore. And they've added something new. A single overseas player can't get more than 18 crore in this auction. That's to stop one guy from eating up a team's entire budget. But
The biggest change, the one that changes absolutely everything, they've gotten rid of the right to match card.
Yeah, you heard that right. No RTM card. Just let that sink in for a second. In the past, teams had this safety net, right? They could let a player go, see what other teams bid, and then just match the final offer to get him back. Not this year. This year, there are no do-overs, no second chances. Once a player is sold, he is gone. That's it. This means teams have to be 100% sure from their very first bid.
And don't think the chess moves just started now. Oh no, the strategy games have been going on for a while. We've already seen some huge pre-auction trades that sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, Sanju Samson going to CSK, Mohamed Shami to LSG. Those kinds of deals have already changed the game and will have a massive impact on what teams do on auction day.
So let's put it all together. You've got the huge piles of cash, you've got these incredible players up for grabs, and you've got these intense, high-stakes new rules. When you mix all that up, you really start to see how this single day is going to define the entire next season of the IPL. Let's wrap it up in Section 5. So what's the bottom line here? What does this all really mean? Well, it means KKR is in the driver's seat, with the power to completely mess up everyone else's plans. It means we're going to see an insane fight for a handful of truly elite players. And that no second chances rule, it's going to force teams to go big or go home. The stage is perfectly set for a major shakeup in who holds the power in this league. So there you have it. All the pieces are on the board. The strategies have been planned, the money is ready, and the players are waiting to see where they'll land. Now, there's just one question left. Which team is going to play the winning hand?